Also Beeve and Jared, just because they have like some kind of weird rivalry thing going on.
Yeah, it's like some weird
Demigod
sexual
sparring
tension or
new.
something.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could do the Janelle Beeve. We could do like the Sparring Lucky.
Yeah, there's a lot of good themes in here. I feel like Starvin never gets to.
Well, Starvin's explicitly told me like 9 times that she doesn't ever want to be captain. There's like people in here who are like, I don't ever want to be captain ever.
Okay, Demigod got to yesterday. Lucky did as well. Do Jessica. She never gets to.
Jessica doesn't want to do it at all.
Oh.
Like everybody hates being captain, which is why I'm just
Why?
gonna. I don't know. They're fucking losers. I'm picking people.
Okay.
Let's do. Let's go. Eric's roommate and Sparring. This is like
that's
same.
That is a rivalry. You know, Steven was telling me, he's like, you know what? I can't wait to meet Sparring on the Rift again because he's gonna clap him.
Oh my! What?
He's been training his Nico because last time they fought, it was Nico versus who was it? I don't remember. It was Nico versus who'd you play against Starvin as?
Sparring.
Not Starvin, Sparring.
Right, Lux.
Is he Ari?
No.
Lux,
Tristana.
Oh, Tristana.
No,
yeah.
It wasn't Tristana.
Oh, it wasn't Tristana either. Yeah, but they have a real deep rivalry between them.
It sounds like it. The fuck. Let's get him in here. Let's go. Let's go. Let me invite Sprangus in here real quick. We'll go Sprangus, and we'll go.
Doesn't even know about the rivalry. Barn's so funny.
Okay. All right. Then let's get Eric's roommate in here. All right. Sprangus, Eric's roommate, welcome aboard to. Are we going to go and call this week number 6? Are we going to call this week number 6? Because technically last week was week number 5, or do we just continue as this is week number 5 still?
They're both good. This is week number 5.
Okay, week number 5 it is. Week number 5, we've got team captain Sprangen Noodle versus team captain Eric's roommate. And according to Eric, this rivalry runs deep and long and hard. So this evening, we're going to see what it's all about in game number 1. Sprangus, how we feeling?
I don't even know what's going on, dude.
Heard that. Eric's roommate, how we feeling back there, pal?
You're muted or something again.
Tell him he's muted, yeah.
You never, your stuff's always broken.
Huh?
You're muted.
He's muted.
What?
Are you muted on Discord?
Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You always do this.
I'm doing pretty. Wait, what was the question?
How we doing, Eric's roommate?
I'm doing pretty good.
Did you work out today?
No, I'm on like a break right now
For what?
because I go too hard.
I
And I
doubt
think I
it.
messed my shoulder up.
Okay, all right, that's what I like to hear. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Sprangus, you are getting the first pick of the evening for game number 1. Your choices are in the player pool. Select now.
Janelle.
A classic throw pick.
Just Eric's roommate, talk to me, Daddy. What are we feeling?
Man, I was actually gonna pick Janelle this. No, hold on. Let me see.
God, Janelle's a contested pick.
Contested, Eric. That shows how good of a player she
I think I'm gonna
is.
go with Dope as FUQ.
Dope as frick.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Big
Good
Jared pick here. We like that. Sprangus, right back to you, Daddy.
I mean, I might as well just assemble girl power, Jess.
Okay,
Oh,
girl power it
another good
is. All right, Eric's roommate, back to you. Talk to me.
Wait, I can't see the game.
You don't need to see the game.
Oh,
Look
there
at your
goes.
Discord, you fucking loser.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Starvin.
You're taking the girl power. Okay, sounds good. Sprangus,
Yes.
to you, Daddy.
Give me Sir Beavington.
Sir
threw a
Beavington,
wrench in
good
that.
pick. Good
Who's that?
pick. All right, Eric's roommate, back to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lucky.
Lucky, all right. Who the fuck is Lucky on here?
Lucky
There he
kid?
is.
I don't remember.
No.
He's good jungle.
He plays Master E, you remember? Sprangus, final pick of the evening. Talk to me. Looks like you've got Burnham and Demigod left available to you.
Demigod. I don't think I've played with either of these guys.
You have not. They are new.
They're
to-
both
one's-
pretty good.
They're
One's a
both
girl, I
pretty
think.
good.
They both don't deserve last 2 picks, if I'm being honest.
Agreed.
All right, well, I'm just going with the one whose name's at the top, Demigod.
All right, which means you
Ooh.
get Burnham, Eric's roommate.
Do I have a choice?
No.
Oh,
Can he take
Burnham
no
it
one?
is. All right, Sprangus, you have control of the game. So once you're in your team's Discord, by all means, feel free to fire it up. Do either one of you have anything that you'd like to say to one another after this deep-seated and heated, long blood oath that you guys have going against one another right now?
Can I get some theirs in the chat?
No. Eric's roommate, get out of here, you fucking loser.
what's there?
What is it there?
Oh, what's there?
What's what?
What?
All right. Chat, it's this emote right. Yeah, there you go. It's that emote.
Which emote?
There? Do you see that? Do you have 7 TV or no?
I see he says there.
Okay, look on my screen. This is what it looks like right here.
Oh, how does it come up like that? I want to do that.
You have to have 7 TV installed on your,
Oh,
it's on your
that's kind of
browser.
fun.
It's on your browser.
Wow.
Yeah. You've been missing a lot of emotes like that, by the way. There's some fucking good ones. All right, speaking of, Eric, first game of the night, baby. How we feeling?
I'm kind of shy.
Why?
It's been a little while for me.
Okay, good. I need some water. My voice is already hurting. We've got a big Nico Tarek band coming out of Team Sprangus. Targeting Eric's roommate. Targeting Burnham. We know Burnham plays an extremely good Tarek. And just solely based on the way that these games have been going in the past, we've been seeing Eric's roommate play a decent amount of Nico. And apparently he's been being coached within the hyperbolic chamber. Apparently he's gained not 1 but 2 years of experience within a very short amount of time whilst in said chamber, and has really just been popping off. So pretty good band right there. We do see the Ezreal and Zyra coming out of Team Eric's roommate right now, which is pretty geared towards the girl power section of this team. Ezreal, Janelle's known to play it. I don't know why they even bother banning it. That fucking champion's dog shit. And then Zyra currently in this new season is just, I mean, I guess across all seasons, but particularly
Super
right
strong.
now, she is just fucking so strong, Eric. So strong. What makes a champ like Zyra, a champ like Lux so overpowered currently in this meta?
What made Zyra strong before was she had like a niche role, but she was so good at it. In anti all-in comp, so like Nocturne, Aurelia, Malphite, anyone that like has to dive in to attack, she just drops her ult and then stops the entire all-in, right? But now with like Storm Surge or Malignance, she does so much damage that she can like actually one-shot people with her ult. Instead of just being a person that like can just stop all-in, she can start the all-ins now. So she's really, really, really good now, when before she was niche.
Well,
Mostly because of Storm Surge.
we certainly do love to see it. We know that Jessica is very prone to be playing Zyra, but she's also been playing a couple of games as Seraphine as of late, and we do like that. As a matter of fact, again, her and I played a game earlier where we did this exact combo, the Seraphine MF, and really popped off. So I'm definitely excited to see that. Now let's talk about that Orianna pick for Eric's roommate. What do you see in Eric's roommate that could give us a little insight into the Orianna mid gameplay?
You don't even know if that's my roommate.
I do. He's
Something.
first pick.
He might trade it or something. I've never
Doubtful.
once seen this man go Orianna, literally ever.
We've been surprised before, have we not?
I mean, he did go Zinzao, I guess.
He did go Zinzao. What are you eating right now in the middle of our casting session? What are you eating, a bag of nerds?
Pizza.
You've eaten pizza for 2 days in a row.
I didn't eat pizza yesterday.
Yes, you did.
Mm-mm.
Yes, you did. You fucking
I
ordered
did.
some.
I was going to, but I never did because you shamed me.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to eat no pizza. And it's kind of late, so then I didn't.
And so, what'd you eat yesterday? Because I heard you fucking munching all day yesterday.
I got porridge from Peach.
Porridge from Peach, just what we like to see. All right, let's take a look at these team
Porridge.
comps right now. Let's take a look at Team Sprangus right now. Sprangus, we've got Sparn on Tristana in the mid lane. We've got Janelle on MF and Seraphine for Jazzy down there in the bottom lane. A pretty good dynamic duo down there. We've got Demigod playing the Singed in top side, and then we've got the Beeve playing Vi. Let's have a quick discussion about the Beeve playing Vi right now. What are your thoughts on Beeve and his Vi?
It's a heavily int on Vi. With Vi,
Yes.
if you play against a champ with any amount of mobility, you chase them all the way back to where they're going, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you ulti Ezreal and then he E's backwards, you're the one that's caught out. So he tends to fall for that all the time. So I really hate his Vi, actually. I think it's one of his worst champions.
As someone that has queued up with the Beeve and his Vi many a times in the past, I can also agree with that. I fucking hate it. He ints extremely often. So we'll see how that goes. Now, on the flip side of that coin, we've got Eric's roommate, Team Eric's roommate. We're looking at an Orianna possibly in the mid for Eric's roommate. We've got Ashe. We've got Leona down there in the bottom lane. We've got Luna Blackmoon playing Set in the top lane, which we all know. We're a big fan of Luna Blackmoon on the Set in the top lane, aren't we?
Always does really well on that.
Always does really well. And then we've got a Nocturne being played. I seem to have been
Jared?
I've been seeing a lot of Nocturnes being played as of late. What are your thoughts on Nocturne in this current meta?
He's just a strong champ in general. Because you know those two items? I forget the other one. I think it's like Hex Tech Plate or something. It's one that gives like 30 haste on your ult. So if you go that and then Ultimate Hunter, his ult's on like a 15-second cooldown or something crazy. So it's one that's like all his kit is really for his ult. It's so you can like force ganks that are really easy. And like I was saying yesterday, top is impossible to gank, right?
Right.
Bottom's a little bit harder too, but it's way easier than top. So a champion like Nocturne is popular because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they change around the map. It doesn't matter where people put wards. You can force any gank.
And in this team comp that we're seeing right now, who are we going to be seeing Nocturne ulting more? Is it going to be an MF or is it going to be Tristana?
I would probably, depending on the situation, if I was Nocturne, I'd probably target Seraphine.
Seraphine, wow. And
if
why
you
is
can blow
that?
her up before because she's another kind of like ult bot type of champ. If she can get an ult off, it's massive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that will into MF, so it would just wipe a whole team. So
True.
MF's a little bit harder to kill. It can be a little bit tankier. Normally, Seraphine on support's like 3 levels behind, has no items, has no tanky. You can just like actually one-shot her.
Mm-hmm.
So just one-shot her and then like fear the MF, and that should be good enough.
All right, well, we've got 25 seconds until this game gets rolling. Game number 1 of the evening of the community game night. I'm pumped up. I need water now. I got to get some. Hurry, I got to go.
It said 20 seconds and I just started.
All right, boys. Game number 1. Let's go. Let's go, Eric. Game number 1, Daddy. Game number 1, Daddy. Let's get some here.
I'm so excited.
All right. You and I do this every game. Talk to me. Who do you got winning this one?
Think gonna win? This
Where-
is a tough one,
Where
if
are you
I'm being
putting the
honest.
marbles?
I think it's probably going to be team. You're going to say I'm biased, Eric's roommate.
Team Eric's roommate.
'Cause
Yeah,
I think
typical bias.
the real strength in Team Sparring is their bot lane. Jessica Janelle, classic lane. They always pop off, right? But Burnham's excellent, and Jared is excellent. So I think they're actually the better lane in Team Sparring's best lane. So I think they're going to win.
Speaking of just great plays right off the rip, we see an early flash there from Team Eric's roommate, Jungle up top there. Whew, that was something, all right. Again,
Just an absolute terrible flash.
absolute terrible flash. And again, you've never seen him play it before, but we got Eric's roommate playing Orianna. Now, you say you've never seen him play Orianna, but I think you're lying. And I think
he actually has never played Orianna.
I think that you're lying, unfortunately. I think that
No.
you know something that we don't. And Demigod's playing that Singed. We talked about this a little bit yesterday regarding the Singed. We're seeing a lot of players getting after it with the Singed. What makes him so useful currently?
So remember, it's the same thing I said yesterday about bulky AP bruiser champs. Is that those two items, Riftmaker and Leandries, they scale with how long you're in combat, and anyone that's taking his trail counts as him in combat. So he gets up to 12% increased damage, and then just goes full tank. So he's doing an insane amount of damage while being really tanky.
And extremely
Because everyone's
annoying.
in
If I know
combat with
anything
it.
about
Yep.
a Singed, it's that I'm always fucking annoyed, and it's always just makes me want to shoot somebody in the face. Also, let's take a look at this. We're 2 minutes and 26 seconds in, and we're looking at Nocturne clearing Krugs right now, and a big fight actually happening down here in the bottom lane while I'm taking a look at the jungle side, and Burnham picks up a little freebie over there.
See, this is just a quick thing to note. If you would notice how Vi is slightly ahead of Nocturne, it's because Nocturne's pathing is poor. He went red to Raptors to Golem, so he like overlapped his pathing, so he's behind.
Right.
Typically, you go, if you're going to clear like that, you go to Golem and then Raptor, because it would save you about like 6 seconds. So Vi's probably about 6 seconds ahead right now. Good timing by Eric's roommate on the shield. But like I was saying, the Leona is just so good. Any all-in lane against or an immobile ADC and then a pokey support like that's just too easy. So that's why I think their strongest strength is Janelle, Jessica, and I think Burnham and Jared win that lane. So I don't see how, like, what lane do they play for? Demigod? Baron?
I think you almost have to play for the Demigod at this current time. Again, you know, speaking of time, we're looking at the junglers. It looks like he might have caught up a little bit. Nocturne did. Pretty close.
Yeah, he typically has a little bit of a faster clear, but he should be way ahead. But it looks like they're about to fight for this cuddle.
I agree. Good vision for Team Eric's roommate. They see that she is there in try, or do they? The slow is coming out onto Jared. Stunned goes by. Jazzy missed her slow. Steve's still going to continue. The flash is burned for Leona, and everybody walks away. A little bit of BM going on there. I'd love to see it. I want to see some blood in the water. I want to see some people chumming it up. I want to see a little bit of shit talk in these games. I'm sick of this buddy shit. Okay,
Yep.
We're friends in the Discord, but the second the rift is fired up, you're my enemy. And a friend of my enemy is still my enemy, you know?
I use that logic in solo queue a lot too when we play. Even if games are fine, if the enemy didn't make a mistake, I'll still just call them absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
I'll say this is the easiest game of my life, even though
Get
it
in their
wasn't.
head a little
Just
bit.
because it makes the drama more fun. Now it makes it, if I lose, oh no, there's something online. It makes it way more fun.
I have
agree.
seen you actively do that, and one of my favorite things that I think you do often is when you jump onto a Smurf account, you're a real big fan of saying new to this champion, whoever it is. And then, and then you and I happened to queue up yesterday, and we played against some Morgana that we ended up beating. And then the game after, we ended up getting that Morgana on the other team. And the first thing that you said was, "Oh, sucks for you guys. You guys have the Morgana from last game. She's fucking terrible." And she was like, she was so nice. She was like, "Yeah, I had a bad game. I really did try." And you were like, "Yeah, you're terrible." I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, that should just be the end of it, but then there's no drama with that.
Yeah, true. You got to keep that
like
one rolling a little bit, you know? Got to keep that one rolling. I do like it. I like a little shit talk. We need to keep that going. We need to keep that shit talk going. And especially in this kind of era, there's a lot of people, like that bot lane in particular. We're looking at Jazzy, Janelle, Jared, and Burnham. You know, these are all people who play together on a daily basis. They're playing WoW. They're running keys. They're playing League. They're doing all these things together. How about a little shit talk, okay? You guys are basically all of equal skill. It'd be a different thing if you were playing this game and you were to, like, spar and, like, hey, you're fucking terrible. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, what is that, you know? What is that? But, you know, how about a little shit talk? And I really want to see Sparring take this fight here on Orianna. And speaking of taking this fight, Jazzy and Janelle doing a good amount of damage here. Eric's roommate with no mana in the middle lane and barely any HP to his name. Looks
But
like
he does have teleport still.
Looks like Nocturne's working his way towards this middle lane. He may want to make something happen with Tristana. Tristana does have that out.
Yeah, that gank should never work.
Although, we're seeing one happen right now. Big W dodge. Fleeing a big turnaround gank. Having to flash away is lucky. Sprang is doing an excellent job of dodging Eric's roommate's ult. I can't believe he had enough mana to even make that ult happen.
Where Team Jared's messing up a little bit is if you look at this wave, you see how it's just perfectly placed for Team Janelle and Jessica?
Yes.
Jared and Burnham need to let this wave out a little bit so that Leona can actually pressure them. Right now, she can't pressure anyone. If she hits an E, she's in tower range. So Janelle's actually doing very excellent keeping this wave near perfect. But Jared needs to shove this and reset it.
Oh, man, they really needed to make that slow happen. Jazzy just missed it barely. They end up landing that. I think Ash is dead there.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, Jessica's hasn't been really impressive recently with the Seraphine.
Oh, but here's one. Here's a
As
little
I was
fight
saying,
happening. Now we're cooking.
Wow.
Jazzy just snagging that one from Janelle. Janelle was one auto away. Curse of the caster, Eric. You can't talk about it.
A little bit greedy, honestly, by Jared.
It's a pretty common theme that we see out of old Jared.
But this is what I was saying before. This is the repercussions of having the wave just perfectly in a bad spot.
Oh my goodness, what an incredible ult there. And another ult coming in. Singe fleeing away. Will he be able to get out of this one alive? Singe is such a piece of shit. I can't stand playing against him. And then he's fine. He's just like squared away, good to go. I'm right back in this fight. And one of the things that I've noticed, at least in my experience playing against the Singe, is there could be he could literally be 0-11 and would still win. Oh my goodness, Jazzy stepping up and making it happen. Not enough damage there though. What does Starvin have to do about the Singe in the top lane right now? Oh my goodness.
So, they want to dive that? No. It's just an unfortunate dive altogether.
Yes,
but that's what I'm saying. They're just showing. And Leona cannot get aggressive because this wave is so poor. Like, look at the wave state. Even at this very moment, it's still bad. You see how every time I've talked about it, it's in this exact same spot?
Yes.
They need to fix this wave. They need to hard shove it and reset it.
Janelle, she's doing a great job of just keeping it right there.
Leona cannot do anything with the wave where it's currently at.
What?
And unfortunately, the other side of it is that the Leona and Ash are really easy to be ganked now.
Yeah, and yet we're not really seeing much out of the Beeve here as far as ganks go towards the bottom side. I mean, he has been there, but I just feel like the Beeve usually tends to play back until he's at least level 6.
Ooh.
Big ultimate from Eric's roommate jumping out of there is Sprangus, though. Although, here comes the Beeve on that backside. He is level 6 now. He may have gotten caught out here. Ulting in the Beeve, trying to get out of there. A big heal happens. Burnham is at quarter HP. Flashing away goes Jazzy. The ultimate hits onto Janelle. Janelle's got to get out of there. Oh, man, and we are watching things go poorly. And, I mean, just from the get-go, that went extremely bad. I think that started with a very poor gank coming out of our Vibe there.
That was just straight up Beeve inting his laners. Just absolutely terrible all around. He went in way too early. He ultied them under tower. He baited his team into a fight where they have to help him or he dies. Just all around terrible. Complete int by Beeve. And ironically, he's the only one that didn't die.
That's usually how that goes. I don't know about you, but in my personal experience,
team and then gets out.
That's usually how it goes. I die for your dumbass. Big ultimate onto Singed here. Starvin's trying to work her way around, but Demigod does a great job of playing around it.
You really hate to see Lucky keep ulting this top laner. He's never going to catch Singed.
I couldn't agree with that more. Will Luna be able to get out of this one? I think not, but yeah, man. The Beeve was there, which, I mean, I guess is pretty good.
And just is using it top every time. You'll never catch Singed. His fear is never going to go off. His ult gives him move speed. Do you know Singe's passive?
Do I know what Singe's passive is?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. No.
It's when he walks next to any champion, he gets a burst of move speed. So Nocturne has to be right on him, and then he just gets move speed and runs away anyway.
Janelle running in,
that's why
taking 2 tower
just
shots.
waste.
A big time play for Eric's roommate. Wow! Jazztastic with an incredible ult in the follow-up from Janelle. Janelle ends up picking up a kill there in the mid lane, which she desperately needs at this moment in time after a horrifying int from their jungler. Now, take a look at this right now. We've got Vi already down here. We've got Burnham close by. Burnham's going to jump over, or will he? He is indeed. Vi is going to find him. 3 ticks left on the tower. Ashe may get caught out here. Jazzy's really got to step up. They got to focus and see who they want. Going in goes Burnham. Burnham ends up doing his job, and Ashe finds a kill. Double kill for Ashe. Yet again, the prioritization is not looking good right now. The Beeve may die here.
Yeah, Beeve is
Triple
just
kill
straight
for
inting-
Ashe.
Inting his poor bot laners.
It is extremely unfortunate to watch this happen because I could not agree with you more. That's just terrible.
He has the right prioritization, because like I was saying before, bot is like, that's the lane that will decide who wins this game, right? Because I think it's all 4 best players in the game are all in bot lane. So he should help them get a lead, and he's right on that. Like, I don't think Lucky should be going top. He should be going bot with his ults. But he's just straight inting his lanes. He's just picking terrible times to fight. Terrible ults, terrible engages.
And, you know, just looking at that from a detached perspective, you see that the Beeve has been down there twice for 2 ganks. Terrible. But yet, Burnham and Ashe are able to pick up kills there, regardless of the 3-man being down there or not. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's just just all looking terrible now. Oh my goodness.
Love to see Lucky actually going bot with ult.
It's just all looking terrible now. Oh, you really hate to see it because you are 100% correct in saying that the really and truly the bulk of the players that are going to be able to hard carry games are down there in the bottom lane. It's just unfortunate that that things aren't really going there. Things aren't really going Team Sparren's way right now.
Poor Jessica. I'm also questioning this Janelle pick. She's a good. Who does she play? She plays
Twitch,
some
Ezreal.
Caitlyn, Twitch. Twitch is good. Ezreal was banned, but I've just never seen this champ before on her.
Oh my goodness.
He has the
Sprangus
W back up.
doing a pretty good job of getting in there. Great job there for Sprangus. Burnham's coming in from the bottom lane. Ashe is working her way up from river right now. Eric's roommate is nearby. Rooted is Leona, and everybody's going to be able to walk away here. If Sparn doesn't get out of dodge, things could turn around. Luna Blackmoon doing a little bit of jungling herself right now, picking up that freebie rift, which I mean may help her out a pretty good amount at this current moment in time.
Yeah, I'm actually really impressed by both new unnecessary flash, both new mid laners between Eric's roommate and Sparn. Look at their CS; they're actually keeping up with everyone in the game. They're about on par with everyone.
Very true, actually.
They're actually doing pretty good, and they're fighting too. So it's not like they're just focusing on CS. They're doing good. Good progress from both of them. It's actually Beeve, one of our more seasoned players, actually with the lowest CS in the game, playing absolutely terrible, inting his teammates.
It
As
is
a CS 12,
pretty tough.
underleveled.
Underleveled and inting.
Before. Yeah, and then another old top lane that he's
Pretty
never gonna
terrible. The flea
He's just gonna
does
get out.
land. He is nearsighted, but yeah, you're just.
He didn't even need goes. You're never gonna catch a singed. Look, like he can even make it worse for him.
Oh my goodness. And as a matter of fact, he's just going to.
Yeah, I really hate to see him wasting his ult all the time on top lane when bot is the big lane he needs to be gaking.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if right now maybe there's some comms going down in Discord like, hey, don't even bother coming down here right now. We're shitting on him. No factor. Or if there's just no comms going on. Because if it was me in the jungle right now, I would go, hey, I'm going to keep hammering bottom lane.
Yes, exactly.
I'm going to keep... I want them to fucking be miserable down there.
Yep. You could be turret diving, especially when you have such an aggro lane. You have Leona that's tanky, she has a ton of CC, you have Ashe with CC, and you have 2 immobile characters. Seraphine and MF don't have any mobility. So this should just be spam ganks on them for free every time Nocturne rolls up.
Now, we
But,
have seen
remember what I'm
Burnham
saying?
kind of play a little aggressive and get caught out a few
Yep.
times, but we have not yet seen him play Leona. So far in this showing, it's been looking pretty good, though.
And he's doing really good. Do you see the item Nocturne has? That is the item, and the reason why he's a really popular pick right now.
Experimental Hex Plate.
Yep.
Gain 30 haste for your ultimate. After casting your ultimate, gain 35% attack speed and 15% bonus move speed for 8
seconds.
Damn. 8 seconds in a team fight is a fucking eternity.
Yep. So it turns him into kind of like an ult bot, but that's kind of what he was anyway, so it just makes him even stronger in that role.
Oh my goodness, the double ults are going to land. Eric's roommates nearby. It turns it into a double ultimate.
Good
The
ult.
Beef still fighting. Burnham goes in. He's taking so many tower shots, flashing in. Not going to be able to find him. You know for a fact that Beef right now is spamming. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that. That's me. Not you, me. Oh my
Okay.
God, just an unnecessary step up. But, you know, what do you expect?
That was just bad.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate. You think Luna Blackmoon's going to be able to pick this up here?
Well, it should be able to.
Ooh.
Nice. Is that first turret? Nope. Yeah, that was just a pretty big way to throw away his massive bounty.
Yeah.
Get a 600 gold bounty. That's almost 1,000 gold onto Vi for free. But yeah, Vi's down almost, what, double CS at this point?
Oh my goodness. Janelle and Shakna are pulling together some awesome ults right now.
Yep. That's what I was telling you about if I was, when we were on the champion select screen, if I was Nocturne, you have to prioritize the Seraphine. Because it doesn't work the other way. Like, MF ult without Seraphine is easier.
Oh my goodness. And we're seeing a big time fight happen right now. Janelle may be able to pick up one. She does indeed. The cavalry is here, however. The Beeve is showing up, but nothing for them to do. Currently, we've got Oriana picking up an Archangel staff.
If I'm being entirely honest, I think this game would be better quality if neither team had a jungler. They're both just inting their teams. They're taking turn inting. Lucky forced that fight for no reason. 2 of them die. Keeps going top with ult. Beeve ints his bot lane. They're just all terrible all around.
All terrible.
Everyone else is playing pretty decent, but just both junglers are just taking turns inting.
Get some timers going here. Looks like Team Eric's roommate is going to be setting up for this dragon. Got good vision across the board. Singe is nearby. We see that they are setting up for this, and Vi is doing her Krugs. Seraphine is kind of floating around there along with Janelle. Now they're starting to work towards this. The dragon has been started. No vision to be had. Demigod's working his way along the exterior. Demigod stepping up and tossing Ashe. An ultimate from Oriana pops off. Luna Blackmoon is 1 HP in a dream. Singe goes down. Set goes down right behind her. Vi dies to Ashe. Lucky is holding on for dear life, but he's dead. Burnham is here to lead this charge, and so is Jared. Jared is not going to allow Jessica to live from this one. Jessica's going to have to do, she's got a lot of work ahead of her, but it's not going to matter. My goodness gracious, what a fight that just ensued in the Dragon Pit. 20 minutes in, Dragon number 2 over to Team Eric's roommate. And take a look at that, by the way. Eric's roommate is alive and well after that fight.
I think where Team Sparn really messed up in that fight is, I said this yesterday in the community game night, when you go that MF lethality build, it's her strongest build right now, but she turns into an ult bot. She is not consistent DPS. So Ashe, her build is more for, like, you know, a fight like that where it's prolonged and they're hitting a bunch and getting a lot of attacks off. This MF build, you have to have ult or you don't fight. So they fought without the MF ult. So MF just wasn't really doing anything. Maybe got like 3 auto attacks off or something really weak. You have to have MF ult, so they should have stalled it instead of fighting it.
Yeah, and it does make you, again, because you and I talked about this at kind of ad nauseum yesterday, but I mean, it's so unbelievable. But we talked about this a lot yesterday, and like I said, I played a Seraphine MF game today, this exact same bot lane that we're witnessing right now, and I played it with Jess. Jess was playing Seraphine, and there was maybe a little bit of confusion as to the play style that I was going with that, which was just ult bot all the time. Oh my goodness! And speaking of ult bot, just a massive gank happening up top here, and this time they're going to be able to find him. But back to it, again, we were only fighting when I was able to have ult, and unfortunately, we did end up winning. I think I did relatively well, but we happened to have Olaf on the other team who was just running through every bit of CC possible. Big E whiffing here. We've got the whole team looking to set up here in mid lane. We've got Starvin still continuing to push out that top side. Are we going to see a major difference in this game with a split pushing set?
I don't think so. I think Singe can stop him pretty easy. That'll never really be a big part of this game. I think even though Team Spawn's down 7,000 gold, nearly 7,000. They still have MF and Seraphine, which is a really, really, really powerful duo. So if they can just get 3 or 4 people and then nuke them all, they can still win any team fight. They're very dangerous. And also Janelle has 2 items, so she's really strong. Especially if they can get Jared. If they can just get Jared with the ult, then they're gonna nuke him entirely. So I still, even though normally I'm big on saying once a team's down, they're just kind of out, but I don't think they're really out of this one yet.
I'm gonna have to agree with that one. What does Team Sparring have to do to keep Janelle in her ultimate while a team fight's going down?
That's going to be the toughie here, because they have... Oh, here comes a big ult.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. A big ultimate does land. Lucky goes in. The ultimate gets stopped onto MF. Janelle is down. Sparring is jumping out, desperately trying to survive. The Beeve may be next, but no, an incredible long-range Ashe ultimate to engage and start that fight, and it was gorgeous. Burnham still wanted to get a little bit more in this. Eric's roommate flashing in, possibly needlessly. Jessica's trying to keep the Wolves at bay right now, and I think they're just going to transition straight into a free Baron here.
Yeah. Yeah, Janelle was the one main target that couldn't get hit by the ult, and she got hit.
Unfortunate, and we're looking at a 24-minute Baron for Team Eric's roommate, and it is getting absolutely melted right now. I don't think there's anything that they can do.
Yeah, the game's starting to look more and more dire, and it looks like Team Eric's roommate is really just pulling ahead.
Oh my goodness, he continued the back. The Beeve is just going to die regardless. Ulting in goes Lucky. Lucky's going to find Singe. Singe is doing his damnedest to get to this Ashe. You get tossed. Okay. Janelle with the shutdown gold. That's what we like to see right there, Eric.
Pretty worth.
That's what we like to see right there.
Hmm? They clawed themselves back in slightly.
And they're picking up objective bounties at this point in time. Look at that. Double towers. Shutdown gold for Janelle. We talked about it a bunch. Shutdown gold going to the right people is a massive key. Now, are we going to say that Janelle is the right person to have this shutdown gold? Some people, maybe Eric, may say no. Some people may say Janelle's too much of a coin flip for her to have that shutdown gold. But I'm going to go on record and say I'm stoked that she's got it. Now, we are about to witness a fight here, possibly around this dragon. This is going to be dragon number 3 for Team Eric's roommate. If they do pick this one up, one step closer to the soul, and it's getting melted relatively quick. Ashe isn't there. Neither is Singe. Shotgun, the crew want to make this happen. The ultimate from both teams are absolutely perfect, stopping one another. Tristana steals the dragon in all that commotion. Vi is going to die. Burnham wants to continue in. Jazzy's going to go down. Burnham is in deep. But a free and stolen dragon for Team Sprangus. And as a matter of fact, Team Captain Sprangus is the one who snagged it. Man.
That if you press Z, you see all those bounties going over. So they cut the 10,000 gold bleeding down to about like 7.
Oh man, this is not what you want to see, unfortunately.
Just ran it down.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see at all. They're leaving it up to MF here. This is a massive wave with Baron all shoving in right now. Death timers are low enough to where the fight's going to still happen right here in the base. Down goes Burnham. Down goes Lucky. Will they continue this fight? Janelle may continue to step up here. But the Ash W is going to be enough to put them at bay for the moment in time. 24 kills for Team Eric's roommate to a whopping 13 to Team Sprangus. But you are absolutely right. Look at those bounties. 300 gold, 300 gold, 600 gold, all working their way over. We're looking at a still about an 8K gold differential, which is pretty tough to see.
So even though I love to poop on Janelle, right? I don't poop on her without purpose. If she went like last pick, I'd be like, you know, but it's all, she's always going first pick.
Right.
Is the thing where I'm like look at Jared. He went what, second pick, and he always pops off like this. So that's where the disappointment versus expectation leads up to, is where they were drafted versus how they perform.
Well, we do have to have a discussion, because regardless of the draft position or not, it's pretty tough to deal with when, you know, and you and I both hate shitting on people. That's a lie. I actually love doing it. But it's pretty tough. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do when a couple of ganks down your bottom lane just were fucking terrible.
Yeah, Beef just absolutely ran his bot lane into the ground.
Pretty
I'm
unfortunate.
Here to get kills. I'm here to make your lane harder. They had a perfect freeze. Yeah, they messed up level like 2 and gave a free kill, but after that, they were fine. They were getting through the lane. They had the wave froze perfectly, and then Beef came and ruined all of it.
Speaking of the Beef ruining all of it, he's going to step up here, try and get to Jared and ultimate. The double ultimate goes down. The Beef is dead. Janelle is getting flashed on. A big Ash ultimate dodge. Burnham is stepping up and keeping this fight rolling. The crew is here, though. Luna Black Moon doing an incredible job of pulling Janelle from the Shadow Realm out of there and back into this fight. It's not looking good. Burnham goes in underneath tower. Shakna doing what she can, but it's not going to be enough. We've got Demigod in the bottom lane picking up a free kill on Eric's roommate, but it's all over. It's all but over. My goodness gracious. PP gonna be stopped, and that's the nexus for Team Eric's roommate.
Yeah, I think honestly, yep, see, Jared is entirely correct. That game was honestly a massive jump diff.
You know,
The tale is old as time.
We talked about it a little bit in the pregame, and it is both of us are not fans of the B, and I hate to shit on him, but we're both not fans of the Vi. The Vi pick, but unfortunately it showed why right there. Okay, unfortunately it showed why. Hey, you know, it happens. Let's take a look at this after action report. Look at that Jared damage on the Ash, and keeping up, by the way. Again, I don't want to diminish. There was a lot of diamonds in the rough here. We're looking at Sprangus and Eric's roommate in the mid lane, both of which don't play this game at all. Just pop in and out for the community evenings, and they were keeping up with the game pace in general. Like the current game pace that we were watching, they were keeping up with CS, with damage, with fights, with engaging, with disengaging. They were doing a pretty good job of working around, which is always great to see. It's just, it's just unfortunate. There's a little bit of a jungle differential there, and I think one too many mistakes for Team Sprangus. But speaking of that, let's have a quick chat with Eric's roommate, team captain, Eric's roommate. If you can hear me, your Discord's muted. Unmute it. How we feeling, buddy, after that such incredible win? Now he's deafened. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
How we feeling?
We're feeling great out here. We've been planning this game for about 3 weeks now, and we executed it perfectly.
Executed it perfectly indeed. Now, I was talking with Eric a little bit pre-game, and when you actually hovered and selected Orianna there, what was going through your head? Have you played a bunch of games of Orianna? Have you been watching videos? He's been telling me you've been in the hyperbolic chamber. What's going on with that?
You know, I played Orianna on an ARAM like a week ago, and I thought, this might be the time to pull it out.
How did it feel?
It felt pretty good, actually. I like the mechanics. It felt like a glove.
Felt like a glove. And take a look at your damage there, by the way. You're looking pretty good as far as the damage stats go. Eric, what do you have for your roommate here?
Let's see. You know what? I got nothing. That was an impressive performance.
Impressive performance across the board. Eric's roommate, do you have anything you'd like to say to the people before I get you out of here and back to your team?
Yeah, I just want to say, try camping me some more.
Wow, my,
my
goodness. Holy
Dadgum.
frick.
That gone.
Damn, and he just like exited Discord. He didn't
Yeah,
go
he
back
did.
to his team. He just exited
Oh,
Discord.
did he?
Yeah, now he's back in there. My God. All right, well, let's have a
Mic
quick
drop.
chat with the unfortunate losing team captain, Sprangus. How are we feeling?
I felt great 1v5 stealing that dragon from them.
That was
good.
That was really good. I'm fucking stoked on that. Actually, listen, we mentioned it a little bit earlier. You playing in the mid lane against Eric's roommate was actually kind of a sight to behold. You guys were not only keeping up with one another, but both of you guys were keeping up with the game pace. It seems like you were able to kind of rotate around and roam into a couple of fights yourself, as Jazzy kind of came up through lane and picked up a couple of picks on the Nocturne, on Oriana. Things felt pretty good. Were they feeling good on your end too?
I'm a dog chasing cars in this game.
Okay.
I just kind of follow a basic instinct, and that's about the long and short of it. I have no tactical plan.
Well, sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes chasing cars as a dog is one of the greatest things that you can do in life. Eric, what do you got for him?
You know what? We keep saying, new people mid, new people jungle, and you're part of the group of new people, right? Like we always say, you versus someone else. But I'll have you know, in that game, you out-damaged Beeve by 400 damage, and that's one of his main champs. I think we're starting to maybe replace him. I think maybe Beeve should be put in the category of new players.
Wow!
Maybe he should be put in with the Saki people, and Spar needs to be thrown in with the experienced players.
Wow!
Yeah, just an absolutely terrible performance by Beeve, if I'm being honest.
Oh
How does
my-
it feel, though, to see Jared go second pick overall in the draft, and you put someone like Janelle first pick overall in the draft, and see the difference in their play styles and how Jared absolutely pooped all over him? Is this going to change your approach going forward into future drafts?
My approach is panic and try not to hyperventilate, so probably not.
Love to hear it. Thanks for having you.
Thanks for having you, Sprangus. I mean, wow, the shots were fired across the board. You hammered the couple hard there. Not only did you say that the Beef needs to be put into the new players category and that Sprangus needs to be bumped up, but then on top of that, you did a little bit of extra shitting on Janelle there, talking about her pick placement. That's pretty fucking crazy. You're going, we're supposed to remain unbiased up here in the caster's booth. And you're just hammering ass. Okay? Let's keep it professional, my God. But keep it going, okay? I'm a big fan. I love it a lot. All right, game number 1 in the books. A good one indeed. We're about to get fired up and get ready for game number 2 of the evening. Community game night right here at kick.com/DapperJameson. Let's get 10 gifted in the chat. Let's get ready to move into game number 2. Let's go.